Hey guys, as we prepare for the Sabbath, I wanted to share a really quick, easy recipe that we love for Sabbath. Sorry, there's a fly in here, but so we eat a lot of nuts because they're healthy fats. I'll explain to you guys a little more, but I was actually 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? Was it 2 years or a year ago when I had that diabetic thing? Two, right?
I feel like it's been a year, but no, it's probably been two.
I think it's been 2 years now, but it may be a year or 2 years, guys. I don't know. I don't remember, but they had diagnosed me with diabetes because I had really high blood sugars. I was rushed to the emergency room with a blood sugar of 296. Now, guys, the crazy part is not everybody experiences side effects from diabetes like I did. Some people, I was told that some people have blood sugars in the 700s, 600s. I could not imagine, because anytime my blood sugar reaches like 150, I start feeling side effects. So me and my husband, we chose to do a very keto-based diet. For me, I cut the carbs. My husband can't do keto. My husband has a very high metabolism and he burns energy. His body burns energy really fast. So he has to have his carbs. So, but with him, what we do is we give him healthy carbs, you know, complex carbs like sweet potatoes, brown rice, stuff like that. But for me, I keep my blood sugars really low. I wear a CGM on my arm sometimes, but I am in full remission. I go to the doctor every 3 months. We chose not to use medication because that's just how we are. We don't like medication, stuff like that. But what we did was we prayed. Number one, prayer changes lives, okay? We prayed and also fasted. Fasting is such a big part of getting your body back right from having high blood sugars. And so what I was forced to do was, I've always loved cooking. Cooking is just another love language of mine. It's a way that I can express myself, and it was a challenge for me to find recipes for like the keto base for myself. And one of the recipes I want to share with you is, I know you guys see like those prepackaged nuts that come with like honey, like glazed honey or stuff like that. What I do, this recipe allows me to control how much sugar, honey, I put on my nuts. Now, I use this whole bag, right? So what I'm going to do is, oh yeah, real quick. So my fasting blood glucose is back to 89. My A1C is like a 4.8, 4.7 or something like that. But that's just because for me and for my body, I did not want to use metformin. I didn't want to use insulin. There's a fly in here because I'm grilling as well. But so, and I don't eat, guys, I do not eat anything with high fructose corn syrup. I don't use cane sugar. I don't use added sugar. The most sugar that I eat will be this, like this recipe right here. And I even still eat like just a little handful of these nuts. But it's something that I enjoy, my husband likes. And so I like to make it for Sabbath so that throughout the day we have like a source of healthy fat. We don't really put too much effort into thinking of what to eat on Sabbath or anything, because what we do is we focus on reading our scriptures, reading the Torah, reading the mitzvah, which is the law and the commandments. And so food for us on Sabbath is like whatever. Grab a packet of tuna fish or grab some nuts or something. It's not so serious, you know. I think some people make it harder than it really is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this whole thing of cashews and I'm going to put it on my baking sheet. Just like this. And I already have my oven preset, and I have it preset at 340. I have a very our oven is brand new and it has a whole bunch of like expensive features on it, but it has like, this thing will burn something in a second. So I have it set to 340 or 330, something like that. But I'm going to just you know, roast these because they're raw. They haven't been roasted or salted. And then when I come back, I'll show you what I do. Well, actually, I can show you now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this honey. Guys, if you haven't gone to, what's that store? Home Goods to buy your honey and oils, you're sleeping on it, because they have such a good variety of honey. This jar was $14.99. I don't know if you can see it right there. $14.99 from Home Goods, and it's in raw Australian honey from Australia, and you can't beat it. Can't sleep on Home Goods. When you go into their little section where they have food and like honey and oil, this fly is annoying me. But so what I'm gonna do, and I also have some powdered, hang on, let me see where it's at. So I also have organic Madagascar vanilla bean powder. And so what I do is, as soon as it comes out of the oven, I put it in a bowl in one of my silver mixing bowls, and then I put a teaspoon. I only put 1 teaspoon of honey, and I measure it because I need to be able to control my intake of honey, right, or any kind of added sugar, because I never want to get to that state ever again. So I put it in here, I put the honey, and then I put a vanilla bean powder, and then I put a little salt, and then I just shake it, you know, like toss it back and forth, and then I put it in a container. But that's like a super healthy snack. If you guys want to see the process, I'll be back to show you as soon as they're done roasting. So one thing I do want to remind you, if you guys try this recipe, make sure you set a timer, because nuts will burn fast. But like right now, it's about in the middle of the timer, so I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to stir them around a little bit. And I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, friends, they're out of the oven and they're still warm. So you kind of have to work a little fast, because you want them to stay warm so the honey will, you know, melt on them, or, you know, spread. So I'm just gonna measure 1 teaspoon and drizzle it over my nuts. And a lot of you will probably be like, that ain't enough honey. Guys, when you stop eating added sugar, everything that is sweet tastes even sweeter, because sugar actually dulls, like added sugar, like cane sugar, actually dulls your taste buds from tasting natural sweet things. That's true. I'm telling you, I'm a witness. I can testify to that. So I'm gonna take this little spatula. Let's see if you guys can see here. I'll take this little spatula and get every little bit of that honey out of there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna like mix it around. The honey's gonna spread all over the nuts because they're warm, so it's still kind of melting. And then what I'm gonna do next is take this organic vanilla powder and just sprinkle just like a little pinch all over them. It gives it just a nice little flavor, just all over. And do that process again. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of sea salt, just to give it that sweet and salty flavor, just like that. And mix it one more time. And there you go. You have your own sweet, delicious cashew, honey cashew. And I know what ingredients I put into it and how much sugar I added to it, you know? So that'll be one of our snacks. Thank you guys. I hope you try it. If you do, let me know how you like it.